Welcome to the Kuya Dev podcast, where we explore the ins and outs of building a successful tech career. My name is Rem, your Kuya Dev, and I'm excited to have you join me for this episode. Whether you're just starting on your career, looking to shift careers into tech, or hoping to grow more as a tech professional, this podcast is for you. Thank you for tuning in, and together, let's enjoy the episode.
I've gone around advocating that senior developers, senior data analysts, basta senior professionals have the obligation to mentor juniors. Kasama sa trabaho nyo yan. Whether you like it or not. But I understand na mahirap siya. No? Sobrang hirap niya kasi, of course, you have a lot of responsibilities in your plate. Marami ang kailangang alalahanin. And mas malaki yung accountability mo in terms of the team and in terms, dun sa company. So, madalas na iniisip ng mga tao, ng mga seniors na hindi sanay mag-mentor ng mga juniors and other colleagues na wala silang oras. Sayang effort nila. At wala sila ng patience to actually tutukan yung mga juniors. But I have a very valuable tip na pwedeng maibigay sa mga seniors na parang they don't have the time and the ability to mentor juniors. You can actually mentor juniors without spending too much time or too much of your time. No? Kaya mo maging effective or be smart kung paano mo gagamitin yung oras mo in a way na productive for both the senior, you yourself, and the juniors na mini-mentor mo. Lalo na pag marami yan. And actually, sobrang obvious ng sagot na to. No? Sobrang obvious niya na mapapakamot yung ulo nyo. And that's documentation. Kasi you will find naman na marami mga tanong na paulit-ulit lang. No? May bagong hire, may bagong junior. Madalas, yung mga tanong nila, yun at yun din eh. No? So, it's up to you to actually build a robust documentation na teka, bago kayo pumunta sa akin, ito, meron tayong onboarding document dito na pwede nyo munang basahin. Tapos, if you have questions, come to me. Pag hindi kayo naiintindihan, pag-usapan natin, and in that conversation, baka pwede natin ma-improve yung document further. Ganun lang naman siya. No? And hindi lang siya basta nagsusulat lang ng yung written documentation. No? Hindi lang yun. You could create videos or a repository of resources, mga external third-party resources na hindi ikaw yung nagsulat, na pwedeng makatulong sa mga junior para mas mapabilis yung growth nila. Para mapabilis yung learning nila. Di ba parang, this is a very smart way of maximizing your time para makatulong sa mas maraming juniors. Kasi hindi rin naman scalable na nakatutok tayo as seniors sa lahat ng juniors eh. Sayang din yung oras natin. I understand that. Sayang yung oras natin. Sayang yung oras mo pagka ganun yung ginagawa mo. That you don't create a system na scalable. Kung kahit na lumaki yung kumpanya, sabihin natin from 1 to 2 juniors, lumaki siya to 5, 10 juniors na kaya mo pa rin i-handle yon. Kasi kung hindi ka gagawa ng system, like, a robust documentation, you are not an effective senior. It's part of your job to figure out these things. No? Kasi yun yung madalas na excuse nila eh. Wala akong oras. Or I don't have the patience. Eh di, gumawa ka ng paraan so that you don't have to spend a lot of your time mentoring these juniors. yun na, gumawa ka ng documentation, gumawa ka ng videos, mga, I don't know, audio clips, no? I don't know, be creative, diagrams. Although, I understand din naman na parang yung effort na yon, it will also take you a bit of time to actually build that documentation. Pero it doesn't have to be perfect from the start. Usually, yung ginagawa rin namin, no, is, start mo lang, no? Kahit na kulang-kulang, kung ano lang yung nasa isip mo, lalo lang matandaan mo, masimulan lang yung document. Then, if someone onboards, tapos, ito, basahin mo muna to. Then, eventually, yun nga, nabanggit ko kanina, during those conversations, makikita nyo yung kulang. Tapos, okay, kulang pala tong document na to. Sige, ikaw junior, pag-usapan natin to, ito yung kulang mo, ito yung hindi ko na-capture dito sa document na to. Pwede mo na ngayon i-assign sa kanya. No? Give that responsibility to that junior to actually enrich that document. Hindi na ikaw yung gagawa. Di ba? I-check mo na lang, ay teka, eto, dinagdag ng junior. Pero mukhang yung magkakaintindi niya, hindi pa rin yung na-capture doon. Yung essence nung kailangan gawin or kailangan i-capture na context. So, again, it will be part of that onboarding na mabibuild yung documentation na yon. So, nabuo natin, ganyan, okay na, the grammar, the concepts, na-capture sa document na yon. Siguro may mga diagrams and videos, no? Depende na lang. Then, yung next junior naman, may papasok na naman na bago, i-hand off natin yung document na yan, tapos ganun uli yung process. Do you understand this? Is there any way we could improve this further? And eventually, yung document na yon, papaganda ng paganda yon. So, ito yung parang napaka-obvious na way for seniors to mentor juniors without actually being hands-on. No? Sobrang hands-off mo sa ganun, no? Build systems. That's just one way of doing that. There are other ways, of course. Pero ito, yung pinaka-obvious and pinaka-madaling way for you to start mentoring juniors in a scalable way. At maganda pa ron, if ever na mag-move on ka, no? Either lumipat ka ng kumpanya or mapapunta ka sa ibang team or ma-promote ka, di ba? That document will live on, no? Apart from you. Magiging living document siya. And I'm pretty sure new hires, especially juniors, will appreciate what you've done. Makikita naman yun kung sino yung nag-start nun. Depende dun sa gamitin yung documentation na pero andun ka sa history nung document na yun. And people, yung mga next employees, hindi lang juniors, yung mga new hires, no? Mga senior na papasok, pag binasa nila yon at nakita nila sobrang nakatulong, they will appreciate it. So, there's no excuse for people, for seniors to say na, I'm not for mentoring. Hindi ko kayang gawin yan. There is no excuse. There are a lot of ways of how to mentor. Nasa inyo na lang yan, how you could be creative. Again, nagbigay ako ngayon ng one tip. This is one of the easiest way you could do that. But there are other ways. Nasa inyo na lang yan.
Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Kuya Dev Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have comments, suggestions, questions, stories you want to share, or any topic you'd like for me to discuss, drop me a message via kuyadev.com/contact. You may also join our community by visiting techcareershifter.com. Until next time, keep learning, growing, and chasing your dreams. Thank you again for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.